Hey, welcome to First Take exclusively on YouTube. Yup, that's Stephen A. Smith in the flesh. Say hi.
What's up?
New York, stand up. The Liberty moved one step closer to the finals as Sabrina Ionescu tied a franchise playoff record 36 points to help the Liberty beat Atlanta Dream 91-82 on Tuesday night and advance to the semis of the WNBA playoffs. Meanwhile, the Aces beat the Seattle Storm 83-76 behind 24 points, 13 rebounds from league MVP, the Truth, A'ja Wilson, and 29 points in 6 rebounds from fellow Olympian Kelsey Plum. Aces are making their 6th consecutive W semis appearance, putting in work. The W Finals rematch kicks off on Sunday as the Aces visit the Liberty. This season, the Liberty won all 3 meetings against the Aces. Now, our friends at ESPN Bet currently have the Aces favored to advance to their 3rd straight finals appearance. Okay, Stephen A., with that history, those stats, all that goodness in mind, who has the edge in the series?
Well, one would think it's the Liberty. I would say no. You're talking about the Aces being a reigning, defending WNBA champions, 2-time WNBA champions, going for a three-peat, having the best player on the planet in A'ja Wilson. That's one thing. But number two, do you see the pride and the fervor with which they play? They were struggling the first half of the season. They came on strong in the second half of the season. The Liberty have faced them 3 times, beat them 3 times since losing to them in the WNBA finals, okay, which I had the pleasure of attending and sitting courtside with my daughter. I took my daughter for her first WNBA game.
Love it.
We're in the finals for that, all right? I'm looking at all of this, and I find myself saying, it's one of those things where I think it's a mistake that you beat them all 3 times you faced them, because that was the regular season. This is a different animal. And these are the champions. And when you consider the fact that you put them behind that 8 ball and you might be feeling yourself because you beat them 3 times and you want a piece of them, A'ja Wilson and Plum and the crew and Gray, they're going to be ready. And I'm rooting for the Liberty because I'm a New Yorker and I root for all things New York all the time. But I will tell you that in my heart, I'm like, you got to show me you could take A'ja Wilson down for me to believe it. At this stage of point in her career, and they say she's fading. She's in her prime. She seems to be elevating her level of play as the season wanes. I look at the Aces to win this series.
As much as I'd love to see New York get it done, to see the Aces accomplish a three-peat would be epic. Speaking of championships, the Celtics championship honeymoon officially over, folks. They gear up for another season. Jason Tatum, coming off winning gold with Team USA, hopes to continue his championship streak and bring home back-to-back titles to Beantown. Tatum spoke on Celtics Media Day and let us know the best is yet to come.
At 26, and I guess as accomplished as I am, I just always feel like overall I can still get better. I'm not at. You haven't seen like the best version of Jason Tatum.
Basketball is competition. No one in the NBA is scared right now of the Boston Celtics. Like Jason Tatum said, the best thing that happened one of the best things that happened was him not winning the Finals MVP. I think we're going to get a better version of Jason Tatum. But at the end of the day, teams did stack up in the rest of the league, and especially in the Eastern Conference, to go look the Celtics eye to eye, and they're going to do that this season. It's a reason that we're on this streak right now where teams haven't repeated. It's hard. Teams are getting better every single offseason.
All right, Stephen A., to Perk's point, Jason Tatum didn't win Finals MVP. You just heard Tatum. We haven't seen the best of him yet at just 26 years old. And I'll add more to that. How about Olympics? Having to sit there and be embarrassed in front of the entire world. He's definitely going to be motivated. What chance do you give Boston to repeat?
I give them better than a 50% chance to do it. I think they should be the prohibitive favorites to win the championship again. Primarily because of not just Jason Tatum, but Jaylen Brown, that brother right there, who also should have been on Team USA, who should have been an Olympian. But I told everybody that he's not liked because obviously he's a highly intellectual individual, very stoic, very rigid in his beliefs, very principled man that doesn't take any mess and any crap. And a lot of times people hold that against you. And I think that clearly has been the case. He's been an outspoken, conscientious observer, and that played a role, as far as I'm concerned, with him being ostracized from Team USA. In the case of Jason Tatum, I want to say this. I have profound respect for Steve Kerr. I think that Steve Kerr is one of the top 6 greatest coaches in the history of basketball. He's that phenomenal, and I really genuinely believe him to be a very, very good man. But what he did to Jason Tatum in the Olympics is criminal. This is one thing. not to play him, but to go up to a three-time, the last 3 years, he's first team All-NBA, to a reigning NBA champion, and to tell him before games, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find time for you, in favor of 10 guys, 2 of whom spend 82 games a year deferring to Jason Tatum, in Holiday, of course, and Derek White. It's just ridiculous. Steve, I don't want to hear that from Steve Kerr at all. Now, to this bigger point, let me get at my man, Kendrick Perkins. I love Kendrick Perkins. That's right. Turn off your phone. Tell him to call you later. I get upset.
Actually, it was my alarm for my next meeting.
I don't think it was your alarm. That's your story. Stick to it.
Well,
that's your story. Stick to it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's snoozing,
it's okay. It's
so.
okay. That's your story. Stick to it.
Here's the deal. Some of us have other things to do, too.
Here's the deal. You are Big Perk. I'm sick and tired of that damn analogy he keeps throwing out.
Which one?
Nobody's scared. Dallas wasn't scared of Boston. Where did that get him? Indiana wasn't scared of Boston. Where did that get him? Last time I checked, I remember when Big Perk was in Boston with KG and The Truth and Ray Allen and them, there were teams that weren't scared of them. Where'd that get them? This notion, no, what I'm saying is nobody has to be, you're not listening. Once again, you interrupt, you're not listening. I'm saying just because somebody ain't scared of you don't mean you ain't gonna take them down. That's my point.
Okay.
This notion that they got to be scared of you in order for you to be effective. Well, there's plenty of teams that wasn't scared of Boston last year. That didn't stop them from getting their ass kicked. They were very, very brave.
Okay.
A matter of fact, I saw somebody get knocked out this weekend. Anthony Joshua, he wasn't scared at all. He got put on his face.
Yeah.
Okay, there's plenty of people that ain't scared. Just because you ain't scared don't mean an ass whipping isn't imminent. So I would really, really encourage Kendrick Perkins, to stop using that analogy, because you ain't got to be scared of somebody in order to bow to him. You know what? You could be very brave and still get your butt whipped.
There's a lot of injuries in the East, though. Philly got better. They'll be healthy. The Knicks should be healthy. Well, they're not totally healthy, unfortunately.
Knicks going to be there. Knicks in New York, stand up.
All right.
New York, stand up. You can stand up, Molly. Can you stand up? Can you stand up?
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
I want to make sure. I want to make sure.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm in the building.
Oh,
so that should be reason for you to stand up. I'm just saying.
Or I could just stretch my legs after 2 hours of TV.
That's
Whoa,
right.
Pray for me.
Wow.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to watch First Take Monday through Friday.
What you gonna complain about next? Walking down the hall?
ESPN. Be sure to check out more exclusive First Take debates on YouTube. America, Stephen A's back.
Yes, I am.
Woohoo!